I think there's no doubt that there's going to be major legal fallout across the country if Roe versus Wade is struck down. It may just be that the legal consequences are not necessarily what everyone is expecting. Hi, I'm Josh Gerstein. I'm a senior legal affairs reporter for Politico, and I'm here to talk about the aftermath of a potential Supreme Court decision overturning Roe versus Wade. If you look at the rationale Justice Alito would use here to overturn Roe, some people say that it does jeopardize a number of different rights that people have taken for granted here over the past 20 or 30 years. Interracial marriage, contraception, even the right to same-sex marriage. One thing he looks to is how firmly rooted right is in American history. He basically concludes that there's never really been a well-established right to abortion in any state or any colony that became a state, and that therefore there's no particular reason to treat abortion as a settled right. And so if you apply that kind of test, it does make it seem like other decisions that you might say modernize the rights of Americans could be in jeopardy.
Justice Alito signals the decisions that he would like to revisit, and Thomas and Alito have already said they would like to revisit Obergefell.
There's a couple of places in this draft opinion where he says this decision we're issuing applies to abortion and no other right, saying, well, none of these other decisions on issues like same-sex marriage, it doesn't involve potentially extinguishing life or potential life, and therefore those are all in a different category. The question is, does Alito make that concern go away just by saying, don't worry about it?
The right to privacy that forms the basis of Roe is the same right to privacy that protects the right to use contraception and the right to marry the person you love, including a person of the same sex. Overturning Roe opens the door to restricting those rights.
It's not clear exactly which rights would be in jeopardy. Obergefell, which is same-sex marriage, Loving versus Virginia, which is interracial marriage. Those kinds of decisions are not based exactly on the same rights you see in Roe. They're based more on what they call in the law equal protection or the 14th Amendment. Basically, you're treating different groups of people differently, and you need to have some level of justification for that. Roe is fundamentally based on the idea of privacy. The reason you're hearing so much talk about contraception, because that decision, which is Griswold versus Connecticut, is based on this idea of privacy. The court said that you could see an implied right of privacy in various provisions of the Constitution. Like abortion, the word privacy doesn't appear in the Constitution. So of course, there's no mention of contraception in the Constitution either. So that's why some people think Griswold and the right to contraception is more in jeopardy from Roe versus Wade being overturned than some of these other rulings. I think the first kinds of battles you're likely to see in these red states across the country are going to be from legislatures that aren't satisfied with just banning abortion or sharply restricting abortion in their state.
Well, my response is I represent 4 million Oklahomans. We believe life begins at conception. Other states can do things differently, but we're going to stand for life in the state of Oklahoma.
States have statutes on the books that were never repealed. And the minute Roe versus Wade is overturned, those statutes would become effective again. They're going to try to prohibit women from leaving the state in order to get abortions. They're going to try to prohibit people from helping women leave the state in order to get abortions. There's going to be issues about potentially smuggling in medication into the state so that someone can get a medication-based abortion. You may see some of these states where they've talked before about trying to create rights to fetal personhood, to basically put a fetus on the same level with someone who's pregnant at that time. In most states, they've usually tried to criminalize the doctors or somebody else who's facilitating the abortion. How many states are going to try to go straight out and make it a crime for the pregnant person to actually get an abortion? While it may be the case that in some states there's a generally pro-life sentiment, does it extend so far that people will be comfortable seeing those who are seeking abortions put on trial or punished or put in jail, potentially have pregnant women put in jail as well, or those helping them put in jajail?
All the decisions related to your private life, who you marry, whether or not you decide to conceive a child or not, whether or not you can have an abortion, a range of other decisions, whether or not how you raise your child. It's a fundamental shift in American jurisprudence.
The White House's options, I think, are pretty limited in terms of things they can actually do. One particular area where they probably will have some ability is to continue to try to liberalize the availability of medication-based abortion. They could be shipped in by Federal Express, by the U.S. Postal Service. State prosecutor doesn't really have much authority over that. Based on our reporting, we think it's very likely that Roe will be overturned. So it's possible we do see some kind of effort to come up with a more centrist position that maybe doesn't fully sustain Roe, cuts it back a little bit, but doesn't do away with it completely. But so far, we haven't seen any sign of that from the court.